If you're really a millionaire, why are you eating a packed lunch?
Look, the average McDonald's lunch costs $15 a day.
And you can't afford that?
Well, over a year, that cost you $3,900. My lunch is healthier and it only cost me $6 per week, saving me $3,588 per year. If I invested that in the S&P 500 at a 10% average annual return, that would become over $1.9 million in 40 years.
Oh, now I see why it tastes so good.
I've seen some of the videos from this guy. He has some funny stuff. All right, let's talk about this example because we see it in various permutations across America. The idea that daily coffee, if instead of spending $5, you were to take it and invest for the next 30 years, then blah, 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 blah. The math is true. There's no disagreement about the math. If you put $5 a day or $10 a day at this return rate, this is how much you'll have. Yes, it's a lot. I have a problem with the actual psychological implications here, which is that for most people, if they buy a coffee, it's a moment of joy in their life. Most people are not robotic automatons. They don't sit there and run a cost-benefit analysis every morning at Starbucks. They buy the coffee, it's ritualistic, it's something they enjoy. Number one, I think that we spend an awful lot of time in America making people feel bad for making individual decisions when those have arguably a small effect on why people are so behind financially. It's not that you can't afford a house because of your daily coffee. It's because NIMBYs have prevented housing from being built, and therefore housing is historically high. It's not simply that you decided to buy this fancy, super expensive SUV, although that is part of it. It's also that because of government regulations, cars have an incentive to build bigger and bigger cars and then charge you more for them. That's why you can't find any small trucks like there used to be in the 80s and 90s. They simply are not made anymore. That's not an accident. That is because of government regulations, not coffee. So I don't have a problem with the math. I do have a problem with the implication that, number one, you should make the choice to deprive yourself every single day for the next 30 years in exchange for what? Having $1 million, which to most people doesn't even mean anything. They don't even understand what $1 million means. And second, that it's your fault that you can't get ahead because of the coffee purchases. No, I don't agree with that. I think that the vast majority of people can actually live a far richer life than possible if they focus on the $30,000 questions instead of the $3 questions. The $3 questions, buying a coffee, making a peanut butter sandwich, etc. The $30,000 questions,